A group gathered in the hills above Milton's Kelso Lake this weekend. Their goal was to raise money for the Darling Home for Kids, which is a safe haven for children with special needs. What's known as their annual Wheels fundraiser goes back about 15 years. That's when some special community members put their heads together to improve the grounds of the home, making it a better place for kids to live and play.
And we visited at that time, they called it the Rose Cherry Home. At that time, Don Cherry and his daughter Cindy got involved in it, believe it or not. So Pete's seen the need for a little bit of recreational stuff over and above what was already provided.
Pete is Pete Pomeroy. Longtime Halton residents will know him well. He says that though he was one of the fundraiser's founders, it's the people who show up each year that have been the key to its success.
As there's so much competition for charitable giving, to think that this little event has turned out to be $1.5 million fundraiser for a wonderful charity is pretty significant and says a whole lot about where we live.
What do you think? Participants in the event raised money and then took part in a 25, 50, or 100-kilometer bike ride. But this year, they added a 5K hike and a boardwalk stroll. Some even showed up as part of a team.
We're a team. We're Team Hottie.
Team Hottie did the 5K hike, and though the weather didn't quite cooperate, they survived and thrived on their woodland walk.
You had to be careful.
You have to be careful.
Jumping a lot of tree roots and some loose rocks. And
But
a
it was
little
a bit
okay.
wet and slippy, but not bad at
We
all.
stayed on our feet.
Those that biked were out for longer, and some even got to visit the Darling Home on their trip.
It was fantastic. We got all kinds of weather. We had sunshine to start, and then we had some rain and ended with some sunshine, so it was perfect.
Did you get up to the Darling?
We did. That was our turnaround point, so we got up to the Darling, got a chance to look around the grounds a bit. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I was pretty astonished.
Those that participated were treated to a gourmet food truck meal on their return. Special guests spoke to the crowd, but perhaps no one more special than Robin Lintner. Her daughter, Audrey, requires special care, and she's been a beneficiary of the Darling Home for over a year.
For us specifically, and I think for other families, it's the idea that we do have a place where our kids can be taken care of that isn't scary to bring them to, that other people aren't scared of their care when they get there.
Lintner says that the Wheels fundraiser, which started so many years ago to raise money for improving the grounds, has achieved its goal.
Having a place like the Darling Home that actually looks like a home, a house, it looks like a campground when you get in, like kids would go to summer camp there. When you walk in, it's like a big lodge, but it's homey, and even though it's got the accoutrements of the hospital that we need, it's not a hospital in itself.
Having a hospital that doesn't feel like a hospital might just be one of the most important aspects of the Darling Home. And fundraisers like Wheels ensures that level of comfort will continue to grow thanks to the donations of kind and compassionate people in and around Halton region. At Kelso Conservation Area, I'm Glazebrook for Halton News.